So this whole green area, I mean, if anybody's interested to get into any detail, onto my website. Here I've got a podcast called The Green Train Has Left the Station. In my professional lifetime, I've never seen so many stakeholders in an industry like the food industry, government, consumers, retailers, special interest groups, the top end of consumers, if you will, that are on the same track, which is pushing sustainability agenda and green issues in general. Led at the moment by Walmart, who now, of course, as you'll be aware, have their own global sustainable agriculture goals. What? Walmart? You know, what do they know about it? Here we are with Tesco in my market, where they're putting carbon footprints on products. Particularly, here's Waitrose, the top-end retailer here, with all our fresh cod is line caught from responsibly fished sources. And what's the point here? It says it here: sustainable suppliers favored by retailers. Suppliers who don't sign up to retailers' sustainability agenda face the risk of delisting. And that's a fact, that if you want to get into the supply chains of increasingly global retailers, then you will have to tick the boxes that relate to sustainability. You'll have to change the way that you do business. It's been picked up by the Unilevers of this world. Why are they doing it? Because they find that it creates preference for our brands, it builds business with our retail customers, it drives our innovation, it grows our markets, and in many cases, it generates cost savings. Tesco are interested in sustainability and carbon reduction, principally, I believe, because they equate reduce carbon, reduce costs. Tell me again why we wouldn't do that. Why are we resisting this? Nestle, up to the necks in it. Here's Coke. You know, the bottles are now plant-based, not fossil fuel-based. They're working with the panda people on water, which of course is a huge issue, and a bit of a challenge, I think, for the livestock industry in terms of water used through the life cycle to produce, say, a kilo of beef. Here's in Finland, where water footprints now on some products. And I'm a bit removed from Canada, but back to my place, so EBLEX, so English Beef and Lamb Trade Association, if you will, for producers. What are they saying here? The president of the NFU, National Farmers Union, so the Farmers Union. Livestock farmers understand the crucial role they have to play in producing more food with less impact and see themselves as part of the solution to global problems that include climate change. This roadmap, so the beef and lamb industry in the UK has a roadmap, is an important starting point in reducing carbon and greenhouse gases over time. Understanding where we are, what we need to achieve, and how we might do it. So I just see this, again, the green train has left the station. So what's the point? Why would you want to be on the green train? It's bloody obvious to me. Because when I look at the consumer research, here we've got a lovely question to ask. It is, thinking about food and drink that you're willing to pay more for, what are the most important reasons for doing so? That's a sort of nice question to ask. What are you willing to pay more for, and why? And the reasons why people say they'll pay more is if it's good quality, if it's special occasion food, if it's my family love it type food. But it's this area in the red box that intrigues me. They say they'll pay more for better for the environment, more ethically produced, or products made from natural ingredients. They say that. They won't. Consumers will not pay more for green. They simply expect it, particularly if you claim to be a premium product. The ticket to enter premium markets is having ticks against ethical production, the environment, natural ingredients. That's the ticket to enter. Then you've got to perform on taste and story, etc. So just to finish off here, if there are producers in the room, I mean, just as an observation, and it really pleases me this. I mean, I'm a producer. I've been in the fresh produce industry. I sit on the board of a berry company which is owned by farmers. And just as an observation as I go around the world, farmers are back in fashion. Brilliant. So are fishermen. And I think this brings with excellent marketing opportunity. What's all that about? It's about increasingly, particularly at the premium end of the market, consumers are interested in provenance. Tell me again, who produced the raw materials? You know, we just come to the understanding that actually there's a man and a woman at the other end of the supply chain, from Tesco and Walmart and Save a Centre or whatever it may be, and they want to know who it is. So, for example, here we've got some examples from my market. Warburton's is a 1.5 billion Canadian dollar sliced bread company. It's privately held by the Warburton family. And this is their ad that they've been using recently. It's a farmer in a wheat field. And you can read it. It's true, in baking, preparation is everything. You know, the imagery being, you know, like preparing the wheat. Now, what sort of intrigues me, 5 years ago, in my market, nobody would have got that. I mean, the response, if you'd done the consumer research, would be, what's wheat got to do with bread, for God's sake? I mean, they wouldn't have got it. They wouldn't have got it. Now they get it. We want to know who produced the wheat that produces the flour that makes your bread. This is worth a YouTube look. Yo Valley Organic, it's a yogurt company, and they've used young men and women in farmers' garbs with a backcloth of rap music, and the imagery is, you're talking to cool, hip people here. Farmers? Tell me, when were farmers cool and hip? Always. Yeah. Was this successful? Hugely. It's had 3 million hits on YouTube since a few months ago that it was put on. Sales of the yogurt. I mean, what farmers found out to their great disappointment was that the cool hip farmers in fact were actors. And they said, oh, bugger, you know, there we go. Best go for the professionals. There we go. Here's McDonald's in my market with their open farm days. Come with us to the farm where the free-range eggs are produced for your Egg McMuffin. And here from Ontario, you might think I need to get out more, but I was talking at an international egg conference in London, and the Canadians were there, and this is the program they're running in Ontario. Who made your eggs today? It's, you know, it's that sort of link to the farmer. When I'm in New Zealand, if you who are great producers of kiwi fruit, for example, Zespri is the company, then they focus now on the farmer. This is the guy who grows the kiwi fruit. You know, it's about provenance. It's about the farmer. The farmers are back in fashion, and I think that's wonderful. And look, I've used this slide for years, but it's no reason why I can't use it today. Because we should end where you start, which is with consumers. And it's all about consumers, because they're the only guys who put their hands in their pocket and bring out money to pay for food. And if they don't do that, we're all buggered. So it's about consumers. And they want a better world. You know, they're unreasonable. In many respects, they want a good horse whipping. You know, if you should go down to Toronto and give them a good spanking. Because they want it all. They want it all, for God's sake. They want products which are better for me, more convenient, better tasting, better price, better for my well-being and body. I want products that will make me feel good. It's a bit late for me, but look good. I want them safer for my kids. And then this esoteric stuff, I want it better for the world and my locale. I want it better for the environment, the third world, my countryside. And then for you poor baggers, they're in the livestock and meat industry. I mean, you know, where does it end? They want it better for Bambi, Flipper, Little Nemo, Babe the Pig, and Bo Bloody Peep. But that's their prerogative. You know, they can ask for whatever they want because they're the ones who put their hands in their pocket. And that was, you know, got a little emotional towards the end, but have we got time for just 2 minutes?
Yes.
2 minutes questions?
Yes. Questions.
Thank you very much for listening. And